So the first step to this is to drain the oil with the oil plug. Unfortunately, for some reason, the oil plug wasn't working on this lawnmower. Oil should have started to drain out after I pulled it, but it wasn't. So the other solution is to go with the siphoning method, which is this method right here where I take a gas siphon. You can use a gas siphon. They have their own pump for these lawnmowers. Unfortunately, they're kind of expensive, and there's really no reason to buy a pump if you just have a gas siphon. It works just as fine. We're just changing oil, so it's not that big of a deal. Secondly, we want to take the oil filter off. Now, for some reason, the person who tightened this filter before just, I don't know, they must have used just a extremely long breaker bar too. There's no reason to use one. You know, just tighten it hand tight. At least for these Briggs and Stratton engines, just hand tight is what you need to do. I ended up having to get a longer bar to break it loose. After that, it just kind of went on. It's pretty standard there, but you should not have to use a breaker bar to loosen an oil filter. Now, this is one thing that a lot of people forget to do, is they forget to take a little bit of oil on their finger and rub it around the gasket. Now, the reason we do this is it stops the gasket from seizing to the engine, and the next time you decide to change your oil, it's just going to be a mess to get that off. Then you got to get the gasket off, and this just allows it all to come off evenly, and it helps seal it. This next part, screwing it on, was kind of a pain. It just did not want to correctly go on, and that's really strange. It usually goes on just fine. But at one point I questioned if this was the right filter. But it ended up going on, and that's just what you do. So. So like I said last time, you just want to tighten this hand tight. I grabbed a paper towel so I could start tightening it, but at this point it's tight enough, and oil's not going to leak from there anyway. Well, the last part about this is to change and actually add oil to it. We only changed most of the oil, we didn't change all of it, since we probably didn't siphon out all of the 2 quarts or so of oil that's in there. We probably got about 90% of it. There's still going to be that little bit left. Anyway, I know that it takes anywhere from 1 to 2 quarts. The guy at the counter just gave me 2-quart bottles, but it's going to be anywhere from that. So we're going to check it after 1 quart. it's not going to show up on our dipstick, and then we're going to check it after we start adding some of the 2 quarts into it. So, but it's pretty standard. It's just like how you would fill your car with oil. You just put a little bit in until you have enough, and it's on your dipstick. So. So after you're done, you're going to want to run the lawnmower for just a minute or two. It'll give it the ability to keep the oil around, maybe knock some of that gunk out of place. It's best to do it here and then check the dipstick one last time. And it's not a bad idea to also check it when it's full. Now our last part of this build, or oil change, I guess you could say, is to make sure that you clean up after yourself. Oil's definitely a nasty thing. You don't want to get into the ground or the environment. You're probably going to spill a little bit wherever you do it, and I guess it's okay, but just make sure that you clean up after yourself. Personally, I have an oil drum, and I keep oil in there. Once I'm done, I give it to a company, and they drain it for me, and it works great. Oil's kind of expensive, and most of the time they'll just take it for free, and you can just pick up one of these oil drums anywhere that has them. An automotive place will probably get so many of them. There's just no reason to have 50 oil drums around, so they'll probably give them away for free or sit around. You can just go and get one. When you fill it up, just load it into your truck or whatever and take it to someplace that'll recycle it. Anyway, I just let my tools and that are oily and the oil filter and the bottle and the siphon just drip for a little while, and it'll come clean at some point. I'll probably have to hose out a couple pieces, but it'll work. And all I'm doing is just setting there. That way, once it's done dripping, I can just close the lid. Anyway, that's how to change the oil on your lawnmower. It's springtime, it's time to do it. You want to make sure it all works, and there's no reason to have year or 2-year-old oil in there. If you paid $2 grand or $3 grand for something, you kind of want to keep it nice, so it's just better to do it now than later.